Want to get good in World of Warships? Let our team of seasoned admirals teach you how to become a true master in our fresh episode of Sea of Tactics, the Sleeping Giant. Sail through the majestic scenery of sun-kissed, jagged rocks to completely decimate your enemies. Let us show you how. But first, map facts. You can sail out on the Sleeping Giant map at the helms of Tier 7 to 10 ships and super ships in random and co-op battles. It offers the domination mode with 2 capture point configurations. Let's take a look. The first has 3 caps in the central line, and the second has 4 caps in a diamond shape, while the spawn areas are here and here. Key points. The most striking feature of the Sleeping Giant map is this inviting island formation that serves as the Thunderdome Arena. It's a high-risk, high-reward zone. Destroyers and cruisers that zoom into it will be forced into skirmishes and may find themselves exploding quickly. On the other hand, securing the position here will give you a significant tactical advantage. The central area provides a direct line to the opposing camp, but you should avoid crossing this line unless you've already secured the arena. The eastern archipelago may provide overall cover from incoming fire, but take note of these passages here. These 2 islands provide cover for the starting positions and bolster both teams' defenses. Finally, the westernmost and easternmost areas are suited to open sea combat. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you can discover new videos like this one and get interesting news about World of Warships. A fun fact! The map scenery is inspired by the East China Sea Islands and their impressive rock formations known as the Stone Forest. Look closer and you'll find landmarks of traditional Chinese architecture like the Great Wall of China and the Iron Pagoda of Yugao Temple. Time to talk tactics! In the early game, avoid pushing through these arenas, as tempting as they might be. Both teams are nicely covered and they will decimate rushing forces. The only ships that might risk it are submarines and long-range torpedo destroyers. They can use salvos to scramble the enemy line. This archipelago is perfect for destroyers with hydroacoustic search. So if you have this consumable or if somebody in your team has activated it, go for it! Destroyers spawning in the eastern and central areas have the option to charge toward the arena, while cruisers and battleships should keep their opponents occupied to prevent them from reaching the same area before you. Fast reloading torpedo destroyers might consider dropping a preemptive salvo at the entrance to the arena. Holding the arena provides quite a tactical advantage. For starters, due to the terrain, it's easier to shoot targets outside of it and avoid being hit by return fire. Secondly, these openings provide the control of the central passage line, making it difficult for enemies to venture forth. It also enables the necessary fire support for your team to push forth. In case your opponents take this region before you manage it, aircraft carriers get to shine as they can easily access the area and the enemy has very little maneuvering space against their aerial attacks. Once you've secured the arena or the enemy numbers have dwindled, consider making a push forward. When passing through the central area, if you come under heavy fire, use these passages to run for safety and potentially flank your opponents. Historical fact! The seas surrounding China have witnessed many naval battles since the very beginning of naval warfare itself. Clashes between wooden, iron, and steel ships led by legendary admirals under the flags of various nations have unfolded there. Formations. Destroyers can go for the central areas and take a more aggressive approach using the cover of these islands if necessary. To take on a support role, they can provide a smokescreen cover. Cruisers can use the advantage of the terrain at these points as it will allow them to shoot inside the arena while covering the western area with fire. Similarly, these 2 points of the archipelago are excellent for battleships, as they cover most of central and eastern region while allowing shots into the arena. Aircraft carriers can take up positions behind these islands for the fastest aircraft turnover. This way they can stay safe while sending aircraft to provide quick reconnaissance and support to the team. Be warned that if the flank is breached, they will find themselves in severe danger. When it comes to submarines, they can scour the edges of the archipelago regions for enemies anchored behind the islands and uproot their defenses. Take this advice and sail boldly into your next battle. Press like if you found this video useful and share it with other players to spread the knowledge. What other maps would you like us to cover in the next Sea of Tactics episodes? Leave your answers in the comments.